Some small businesses can't afford a directory listing, but they have skills and they have talent. Their talent matches the hard work and the know-how. Their workplace can be from the kitchen or a van. The business might be set up in a home or a garage. You don't find these providers listed in a book directory, but you can find them on eqicaribbean.com, the online tool you'll need to search for products and services. Because as long as you are searching, we'll be here to list them.
Hey, we're back. Another week, 14th section, in the pit with the two Avengers, Durant King and Keelan Phillips. Before we get into the NBA, I want to make a shout out to two of our players that are overseas. Carl Thornton Jr., who's at Western Nebraska College, and Primus Waldron, who is at Western Oklahoma State College. And both of them are doing pretty well, and we wish them all the best going forward. Now,
question, guys.
For the NBA, this is the Avenger number 1, Aaron King. What do you have for us in the East?
Well, I have coronavirus for you in the East. There seems to be a mini outbreak of COVID amongst many of the top Eastern Conference teams. The Heat have an isolated case in Caleb Martin, who just came off his best career night. He dropped 28 points to lead them. Jimmy Butler and Bam left to beat the much healthier Milwaukee Bucks. And very next day, he went in and called the protocols. Nonetheless, the Heat ended up beating the Bulls the next game, who are the most COVID-riddled team in the NBA. On that night, they had about 6 or 7 people in protocols, and now are injured and in protocols. And now altogether, I believe they have 10 players missing, which forced the league to have to postpone the next 2 games. So they're not playing again until, I think, next Sunday. That's a smart move by the league, in my opinion, because they need to just stay from around other people at this point. There's clearly an outbreak in Chicago. I just played them, so right now there are no more cases, but as you know, people can test asymptomatic and all different kind of things. So we now have to see what's going to happen. And they're not the only ones either. I think New York has a couple players out. There are a couple teams. I didn't mark the actual team besides the Heat and the Bulls, but a good few teams. Fun fact, I know this is West, but he's on my fantasy team, so I'm talking about him. Ja Morant, who went down injured with a knee twist, I think, or a sprain, actually caught COVID while he was out injured. So he's also out. And that's just, it's crazy. Like, this thing spreads like wildfire, and one person getting it could just ruin a whole season, to be honest.
Yeah, because at one stage I was thinking that you and Avenger number 2 would have gone and called up for the Bulls. You know, they would check back on for 2 players.
we legit joked about that already.
Yeah, at one stage, right? At one stage, the players that they brought for the people who had COVID got COVID. So basically, that was it. So the East was riddled with COVID. Well, what about the West there, Avenger number 2? And now in the West, Avenger number 2, what's happening in the West?
Well, not a huge set of COVID, but we do have my usual trending down and trending up. The Blazers, Dame got hurt, after he was starting to look a little better, and they lost 5 games in a row. He came out last game against the Timberwolves, but they lost. Hank Sweaty 5-game losing streak is still there. The Kings, the Thunder, and the Rockets also they've lost 2 games in a row. The Rockets, after winning about 7 or 8 games straight are back on a losing streak. Hopefully they can get out of it soon. My trending up. Out doesn't seem to have any confidence in that breaking anytime soon. For my trending up, I have the Clippers. They won 3 games in a row. The Lakers, who are still a bit up and down, but they have managed to win 2 games in a row. And the Jazz, who won 7 games in a row. So now, I was originally going to talk about Curry, breaking the 3-point record, but he didn't break it yet. I thought that he would have broke it by now. But instead, I want to talk about the team that just won 7 games in a row, but nobody seems to be talking about them. And that is the Jazz. So I watched a video that was talking about it. So they gave me some input and some stats on it, right? But y'all can join in whenever y'all want. But what do y'all think that the Jazz are not ever given credit or like ever seen as a serious contender? They will always do great in the regular season, but for some reason, whenever the playoffs happen, they'd be like, Jazz been really worried about them. We worry about the Lakers.
Because their second best player is Rudy Gobert. That's why.
So interesting thing. That is a point that they gave me. Yes, and I also agree with that. Usually, the best contenders have like a second offensive star. Like nobody else really. Like if you look at the Clippers, the Lakers, the Nuggets, all of them have like a second offensive.
But he's been
star.
scoring this year.
But Rudy
He's been
Gobert,
scoring this year, though.
No, but check it. But you're not giving Rudy Gobert the ball in the post and telling him get a basket.
No, I'm not.
But he actually brought down something that where Rudy gets exposed a little bit more, and it's not even on offense; it's actually on defense. He pointed out, right, that apparently their defense is not really as good as it seems, despite being top 3 all the time, because apparently. That's because of Rudy Gobert only. Like their guard defenders, like their wing defenders outside of Royce O'Neal, is actually not that good, really, if you really think about it. Like the reason why he gets caught outside is because the guards get by the defenders. He has to step up and help. And when you have a big that can space the floor, or they going small, he get exposed all the time. So. I think that would be why, like part of the reason why, but the Jazz is always, for some reason, never taking seriously in the playoffs.
Well, for me, right, the Jazz always had that aura, that moniker. Back from Stockton and Malone.
Oh yeah,
right? They can kill in the regular season, but no cigar. So that's probably why. Is it fair? No, but what else?
Yeah.
Life is not fair. So basically that's it. But I really feel they're the third best team in the West. The 2 top teams are at the top. I've seen that Phoenix is looking really good. I think Warriors will play a lot better than after Curry get this record. Because I think they are trying to find him too much to get the record, and he's taking some ugly shots. Well, he usually takes ugly shots and score, but uglier shots.
He can afford.
He's actually said that it's actually making him anxious. Like the record is actually playing.
So he's rushing the shots a lot more than being relaxed. So I think after he gets the record, they will, and it looks like he will get it in Madison Square Garden, because right now they're losing to the Avengers. So he'll get it probably in the Garden. Anyway, that is it for the East and the West. Last week, we had a real interesting.
Our players of the week. Let me do them.
What was your player? Who's your player of the week?
I can do one quick answer. I can do it. My team of the week was the Jazz, so they went 3-0. But my player of the week is LeBron James. Averaged 28, 8, and 7.5 rebounds, 60% shooting. Not bad for a old man. But 1.8 steals and blocks as well. So that's my player of the week.
Yeah, what about you, Durant?
Well, I'm going to be very serious this week. My player of the week is Kevin Durant because he dropped 50.
Simple.
That's pretty awesome. Like, yeah, no one else dropped 50, so he's player of the week. Full stop. My team of the week is biasly the Miami Heat.
Oh, what a surprise! It's the Miami Heat.
And we were
Oh
surprised
no!
that Miami is his team of the week.
Oh no! I would have never guessed. Ah.
We are on a 2-game winning streak. Biasly, the Miami Heat.
Okay, so team of the week in the West, the Utah Jazz, and player of the week was what's who again?
LeBron James.
LeBron
James.
And then there's in the East, the Miami Heat was the team of the week, and his spearness, or his the kick second man king, Kevin Durant, he was player of the week. Okay, so now pick 5. Last week was not a good week for the season, namely me. I only got 2 wins last week. Everybody else got 3. I will not pick the Suns ever again.
Oh my God! He
Not
picked
the
the Suns.
Suns, Sacramento.
Oh my God! He picked the Kings. I didn't win. What a surprise!
Right.
Telling you.
So, Phoenix at Portland. I think you answer you're at the Suns.
Oh, yes.
The Suns to Durant.
Portland's bad, Suns.
Okay, so all of us at the Suns. Atlanta or Orlando on Wednesday. Atlanta at Orlando.
Hawks.
Yeah, easily Hawks.
Okay. I will not go. I go with Orlando.
Oh God, he never learns.
He wants some magic.
Thursday is Philly at Brooklyn.
Ooh.
That's actually a tough one.
Embiid gonna play.
Philly been looking bad of late though.
And
Katie just dropped 50. I'm going to the Nets. Katie just dropped 50. I'm going to the Nets.
Yeah, so they're all going to be Nets.
Yeah.
Katie's one of my favorite players, so I give him really Nets too. So
okay, so Teron and Avenger number 2 going with the Nets. I go with Philly because I just think Orlando, and so think I can't afford to lose, so I'll go against the grain today.
Is it because you had a bad week and you're trying to make up, but you're trying to play?
Yes.
You realize that can backfire tremendously.
Yeah, I'll probably get one other fight, but who's talking about that? All right, so then on Friday, we have LA at Minnesota. LA at Minnesota?
Which LA?
Lakers.
Oh. That's tough. LeBron been playing well of late. And when LeBron plays well, they play well. But Minnie's been hot too.
That's
actually a tough one. I was going Minnesota though. I feel like.
All right, so Toronto and Minnesota.
They're the better team right now.
I really go with LA because I just can't go against my boys.
I go with LA.
So wait, Westbrook is one of your boys? That's interesting.
He and my team, man. I'm not saying he's one of my boys. I will not go that far. So the final game is on Saturday. Saturday we have JSW at Toronto. Right now I think that JSW look good for a win. So I think I'll take them.
Yeah. Toronto is actually one of those teams in the East that have COVID problems, so I'm definitely going to State.
Right.
Toronto's
so
gonna have depth issues.
Toronto will go to Golden State as well. And I noticed Avenger number 2 has flown the camp, so that means obviously
we get the pick for him, and he's
so we said we need Toronto. So it's Toronto for Keelan.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Toronto Keelan. And here he comes now, back again. He's back with us.
Oh no.
So we let him know that he just picked
Toronto.
Toronto. I just let you know, Keelan, that you just chose Toronto to beat the Golden State.
Yeah, cool. We picked for you.
Because we picked for you. You should never leave. I know because we're just looking at our site, so he gonna know.
Let's go Raptors. Let's go Raptors. Let's go.
Yeah. So right now, we come to the end of this very funny recording session.
Oh no.
Right now, we are adjourned.